This is a video about technology and freedom. The power company wanted $200,000 just for the right to send me a monthly bill. They wanted me to subscribe to their system forever, so I built my own utility network instead. More than a decade ago, I bought raw land on a mountain. The plan was simple: build a house, call the power company, and tie into the grid like everyone else, and just live a normal life. I built the roads into the ranch myself. I built the house with my own hands. We ran small portable generators just to have power tools during construction. It was temporary. Grid power was supposed to be the next step. So I called the local utility district and I asked what it would cost to run power to the property. What I didn't know was that this phone call would permanently change the trajectory of my life. On that first call, the person on the other end was rude, condescending, and at one point, he said something I'll never forget. He said, "You people from the Seattle side think that you can just come over here and buy up all of our land and get free power." You people? Are you kidding me? I was born and raised in that valley, and I wasn't some outsider parachuting in. I was a potential customer asking what it would cost to connect to infrastructure that used to be run to everyone for free. Now, he was quick to apologize, and we ended up scheduling someone to come up to the ranch to give me a quote. But that's when things escalated. I'm standing on a mountaintop. There are no houses in sight, no structures anywhere around us. It's just sagebrush, dirt, and wide open sky. And a clean SUV drives up through the dust. Some guy steps out with sunglasses on. He thinks he's smooth. He's delivering a sales pitch that he's given 100 times before. He tells me that the cost to run power from the nearest road to my build site would start at $100,000. And that's if everything goes perfectly. If they have to blast because of rock, if they have to trench, if any part needs to go underground, they're talking over $200,000 to get power to my own house. Now, I actually laughed. I thought he was kidding. I told him for that kind of money, I could build an entire off-grid solar system and never pay you again. Arrogantly, this guy looked at me and said, "Do me a favor, look around. You see any solar panels on this mountain?" I humored him. I looked around, and of course I didn't see anything because nobody else is even close to us. He looks at me and says, "That's right, because solar panels don't work." He then told me that that would be a waste of my money, that I'd come crawling back to the utility district in a couple of years, and I'd end up paying more than this quote. Now, in that moment, something flipped, and I decided that I would never give the utility district a single dollar. Now, I had never built a power system in my life, but the moment he left, I opened up my laptop in the truck and I started researching, and within a week, I was ordering equipment. And over the next year, I built a 100% off-grid system. It has a massive ground-mounted solar array. I added wind turbines. I installed a 6,000-pound battery bank. It's massive. All of my inverters are network controlled. And I installed a 30,000-watt John Deere turbo diesel generator as a backup. Now, we didn't just replace what the utility offered, we exceeded it. Now, in total, I spent about $100,000 on the entire system, less than their worst-case quote just to run lines. And for more than a decade now, we have paid the power utility district exactly $0. 25 plus years ago, I was a professional hacker. And for 20 years after that, I owned an information security company. Technology is in my blood. But even after retiring to the ranch to separate myself from the stress of that life, I found that I couldn't really escape it. I just loved technology too much. Now, when I designed that power system, all of my experience is in my brain, and I wanted something that was modular, something that could be easily expanded. I wanted something that wasn't locked into a specific brand, and I wanted something that I could bypass. If for whatever reason I needed to power the entire ranch from a generator or from the PTO of a tractor, I wanted that capability. As of right now, everything that you see is powered from that system, and the entire ranch can be powered by wind. It can be powered by solar, it can be powered by diesel, and it can even be powered by gasoline or propane. Now that's true ownership and ultimate freedom. Think about it this way: the grid doesn't just want your money, it wants your dependence. My off-grid power system is sort of my declaration of independence from a world that wants to just rent you everything. Here's the part that most people don't understand until they experience it. When there's a grid outage, you can see it. From the mountain, in the distance, little flickers of light disappear through the trees. Neighborhoods go dark. Entire sections of the mountain just shut off. But our ranch stays lit because I am the power utility. I run the power, I run the water, I maintain the system. If something breaks, it's my problem. There's no 1-800 number, there's no waiting on hold, there's no blaming the grid, there's just responsibility and freedom. Now, let's be honest. Being your own utility is not always as romantic as some people believe. If there's a generator issue, that's on me. If there's a software glitch, it's on me. If there's an electrical failure in the middle of winter, it's on me. Independence is heavy, but dependence is heavier. Because dependence means someone else decides your cost. Someone else decides your access. Someone else decides whether your power is worth delivering. The utility district used to run power to everyone. That was the model. Infrastructure was built to expand. Then it changed. Suddenly, new builders were expected to fund the poles, the insulators, the conduit, the wire, the labor, the crews, even the crew's lunch. It wasn't public service anymore, it was leverage. This story isn't about solar panels. It's about a mindset that most people don't wake up one day planning to disconnect from the grid. They assume that the systems around them are always just going to work, always be accessible, and always be affordable, until they aren't. The moment someone tells you, you can't, you have to, you'll come back, it doesn't work, that's the moment you decide who you are. More than a decade later, this ranch is still 100% off-grid. Not a single connection to the outside world. No monthly electrical bill, no rate hikes, no policy shifts affecting whether my lights turn on. And the lessons of this mountain apply far beyond power lines. If you don't own your infrastructure, then you're renting your stability. If you don't control your systems, you're negotiating for your access. Tech independence isn't about paranoia. It's about optionality. It's about building systems that don't require permission. I didn't set out to become an off-grid ranch. I set out to build a house. But when someone tried to rent me my independence for $200,000 and then told me solar wasn't going to work, they accidentally gave me a gift. They gave me a reason. Now, when the grid flickers in the distance and our ranch stays lit, it's more than electricity. It's proof. Proof that you don't have to accept the default. Proof that you can build your own infrastructure. Proof that freedom isn't really theoretical, it's engineered. And once you experience that level of independence, you don't go back.